Man.
Alrighty then, and welcome back to the Beyond the Film podcast. I am Justin.
Ryan.
And I'm Tyler.
There we go. Yeah, you're filling in now.
Yeah. Finally getting my sea legs under me, you know?
I get you.
Yeah. Oh, man. So what are we talking about today, boys?
I'm very excited to talk about Black Phone 2. I seem to be the only one in the group that's really excited to talk about Black Phone 2, though.
Oh, I'm always excited to talk about movies with you. It's whether we like the movie or not that's up for interpretation.
Well, I want to talk about it because I actually kind of enjoyed it.
That makes one of us. Unless, I don't want to assume your feelings on the movie, Justin, but,
I didn't mind it. I didn't hate it or anything like that.
Well then, folks, you are getting a spectrum of reviews this evening.
Pretty much, because I think... Yeah. I don't even think I want to start this one because I think I want to defend some stuff that you guys are saying. So I want you guys to tell me what you felt of the movie and why you didn't like it as much as I did. Do
you want to go first, Justin?
I think you hate it more than I do, so you should probably...
Yeah, so, okay, well, I'm probably the most negative on this movie. I don't necessarily believe that everything in the film is bad. It's by no means like the worst movie I've seen this year. It's not even the worst horror movie I've seen this year. That still goes to Woman in Black.
Woman in the Yard.
Or Woman in the Yard, whatever. Say she's in Black too. To be honest, I don't even remember that Daniel Radcliffe movie. Anyways, so I actually just recently rewatched the first Black Phone recently, and I think I gave that original one like a pretty solid score, like a 4 out of 5. I liked that first movie. It feels, watching it again, it felt very King-like, right? It has that level of like childhood adventure mixed with the the drive to survive, like a horror movie that Finn basically has to go through after he's kidnapped by the grabber. One thing I liked was, even though the first film like had elements of surrealism to it, right? Finn literally sees ghosts who help him escape from the grabber. Everything else in the movie, outside of maybe his sister's powers, was grounded in some sense of realism. So when we went into Black Phone 2, and I'm already seeing the advertisements that the grabber is not only coming back, which, spoiler alert, if you really haven't seen the first movie, I don't know why you're watching our Black Phone 2 episode. You should probably go out and watch the first one, and then come watch the second one, and then come back and see our episode. But obviously Finn kills the grabber at the end of the movie. So I'm like, how are they going to bring him back, right? And what we get is essentially a Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger-like dream demon that, through various means, still has the capacity to live on and haunt Finn and his sister and everything through the lens of this frozen summer camp or religious camp or something of that nature. But anyways, so why I did not really care for this movie stems from the fact that realism is entirely out the window here. And maybe that's why you liked it, Ryan. But because there's no grounded sense of reality here, right? This idea that there could be a grabber in your town, and that's something that genuinely terrified me about that first film. Making him into like a little literal dream demon where like everything real goes completely out the window, like took away all of the scares for me. Like the biggest problem with Black Phone 2 is that this movie is not scary outside of like, your typical jump scares, right? But like I was not creeped out or even feel tense through this almost 2-hour experience. Like it's a long movie. There's bits that are very poorly paced. The grabber coming back like never feels very creepy outside of maybe the beginning. And I guess the sad part is like, there's a good movie in here, right? Like if they would have stuck more with how Finn is dealing with this traumatic experience that they kind of get into in the beginning of the movie, and then maybe use the grabber as like a figment of his like post-traumatic stress, I think that would have been much more interesting. But instead we just get like a prolonged Scooby-Doo episode where like they're trying to figure out where these missing boys are, and it's just so easy to figure out. Um, the sister takes center stage here. And I don't think she's a very good actress. If anything, it kind of reminded me of Finn Wolfhard from It Chapter 1, where we're basically just giving you the free range to swear, and she just says like the most hilariously stupid stuff just for the sake of being able to swear. I think taking the movie away from Finn was a bit of a mistake. And I mean, outside of, the cool snow shots and like the general atmosphere, I didn't think there was a whole lot that's gonna make this movie a memorable sequel experience.
I'm gonna defend a couple things before Justin goes next.
That's fine.
So it took me some time to get over this too, and I would not consider the Grabber to be a Freddy Krueger level dream demon. The only reason that there is a connection to a dream is specifically because of his sister's power. She has the ability to talk to people in the dream. It's not like he's going into random people's dreams and killing them. It's not really Freddy Krueger level. Now, I will give you the fact that there's a point in the movie where the rules just kind of get thrown out the window and he can attack whoever the hell he wants, whether they're awake or not. But I forgot about it because honestly, that whole like ending scene is actually pretty cool. I thought it was pretty badass a lot. So it held my attention. I was like, ooh, ice skates. And it was cool. I liked it. I will also say that for you saying that Finn takes like the back seat, I agree that more of the movie is given to the sister. But it's also trying to show from the first one that I also just recently rewatched. The secondary villain in the first one is kind of their dad in the way that he abuses them. And it's kind of like a coming to terms with the fact in the resolution of the second half of Black Phone 2, where she basically says, you are dad. You're doing exactly what you did. He has just replaced the alcoholism with smoking weed. And he's not doing anything. He's not trying to help. He's trying to disappear. And that's a character arc. So I defend giving a lot to the sister. I actually think it will do more for building more of a universe, which I guarantee you they're going to do. There will be a Black Phone 3. I know there's already talks about a Black Phone 3 where something takes place in hell at some... I don't even know, but it'll happen, and I'm down for it. I like the characters. I like the story. I'll let Justin go next, because I know there's more I want to defend, but...
Yeah, I was about to say, I got responses, but I don't want to go before Justin here, so...
Well, I think Ryan pointed to this when we were on our way home, that it was a movie that didn't need to be made. There's no reason for it. The story was fine the way it was, but because Blumhouse needs to start a franchise because The Exorcist completely failed and that tanked, now they need another thing to fill up to be a Halloween series. And honestly, I don't think Blumhouse can make good sequels. I really don't. I don't know many of their movies that has a good sequel after a good one. Like Sinister was a good movie. Sequel was horrible.
Yeah.
That sequel does not exist.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But also,
I mean, even the Halloween.
I just want to cut my name out of this. You said Ryan pointed towards this. I remember having this conversation, but I didn't point towards this. I also just want to defend real quick.
You pointed it out.
Megan 2 was better than Megan 1 because Megan 1 was an awful movie.
Dude! No.
It's
Sorry.
because you didn't like Megan 1.
Hot take.
People who liked Megan 1 did not like Megan 2.
There's one part where she crawls like a bear. That's like the only thing in the movie. That's the only part of the movie I remember. Also, hot take, just so you know, the sister in Black Phone 2, guess what? Her real life sister is Katie from Megan.
Yep, correct. I actually found that out today myself.
And also, Finn is Hiccup in How to Train Your Dragon. The live action.
Yeah.
So, boom. I don't know what points that get me, but boom.
Probably
Go on,
nothing,
Justin.
'cause
Proceed.
None of it matched up for anything. But yeah, they can't. I don't think they can make sequels at all. I mean, I don't know many other movies that are good sequels. I feel like they've been very hit or miss this year with their movies. I mean, Woman in the Yard is one of their movies, but granted, they've also got The Monkey in there, which was a decent movie. So I mean, they've got a very hit and miss this year. Also, I know everyone keeps comparing this to Nightmare, but I feel like there's other movies that this is similar to, like a bunch of low movies that people don't know, like a movie called Dark Corners, where this girl is, when she goes to sleep, she lives in a totally different world. She's a different person, different name, different look, and she doesn't know which one is the real reality, and which I feel like the sister had that similar to her. When she would go into a dream, she wasn't sure if she really was awake or if she was asleep. She could not tell when she was awake. No one could really wake her because it felt like she was really in the dream and it was her own world. There was another movie that was called Slumber that also deals with the demon that is haunting this specific family, and anything it does to the child who's dreaming of this demon is happening in real life, which is also happening in Black Phone 2, which he is able to affect them, and um whatever he does in her dream is affecting everybody in in the outside, just like in that one movie. And then it also kind of reminds me of the Jennifer Lopez movie, The Cell, where she's kind of have to go into the mind of this serial killer, like Gwen is doing, where she kind of has to figure out where these boys' bodies are, trying to understand why he does it. And I think the one thing I did not like about this movie is that it kind of skywalkered it, where now this family is important because the grabber killed their mom instead of the mom killing herself. So they had to make it all where it all comes back to the family, all of them knowing each other. It was almost like it wasn't random. It's like he grabbed Finn for a reason, and it wasn't just out of the moment, hey, you were a child I could find. And I don't like when movies do that. Don't make the sequel where all of a sudden now the family knows them, like in Chucky, where Charles Lee Ray all of a sudden knew this family that no one's ever heard of until this seventh sequel. Like, we don't need to do that, and I feel it's very unnecessary, especially in this movie.
Yeah, Justin, I totally agree with you. I actually think connecting the grabber to this family actually kind of diminishes the scares of the first movie, right? Because what makes that first movie so effective is, once again, as I pointed out, this is something that could happen to anyone. Finn, even though he is the main character, is just another victim on the grabber's list who happens to come from a family that has powers and he's able to survive, right? But this movie adds this element where the grabber is, what'd you say, skywalkered? Or like,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that term. And like I think that ultimately takes away from the effectiveness of a movie that, I liked enough, but I don't think, had any need for a sequel. I 100% agree with you, Justin. This movie did not need to be made, and it needed to go really far to justify its own existence. And I just don't think it was successful in doing that. And I mean, Ryan hit the nail on the head. We're getting a franchise out of this, whether we like it or not. And I just hope that there's like a better story to be told with a potential third movie that I kind of hope focuses back on Finn, because honestly I think that kid's a better actor. And I just want to disagree with you real quick, because I actually would argue that the Purge sequels are much better than the Purge 1 in terms of Blumhouse sequels.
True.
Well, I want to add into this that I want to defend. I might have misunderstood you, but are you saying that you're upset that we're following Finn and God, I forget his sister's name, to be honest.
Gwen.
Yeah.
Gwen. Are you?
Isn't that a problem?
No,
Like,
no, it's not.
I don't
No,
even
it's
remember
not.
her name.
I watch a million movies, but I would argue the fact that Finn is a final girl. It's whether you like it or not. A final girl is a person that you do not normally see being able to kill a monster and eventually killing the monster and surviving. I would consider Finn the final girl of this series, and along with Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street and Alice and Friday the 13th and Laurie and Halloween, they have a set amount of movies. So I am fine with them continuing this movie and eventually moving on to other people. Every franchise in horror has pretty much done that. I don't see a problem with following this family for now. I actually really like the family storyline.
Oh, I don't have a problem with that. My problem is they didn't need to be connected from this movie. Like, it could have been where Finn and the grabber have issues because Finn killed him and now the grabber's going after his sister. I just didn't like that they brought it back to where the grabber's the reason why the mom died. The mom didn't just die because she couldn't deal with the powers anymore. It was the grabber killed her, and now we brought it to where they connect together now, and it's not just a random kid. Now he had a reason because the grabber knew his mom, went to this camp with his mom, and now there's all this backstory that they didn't need that. We
Well-
could have grown from it before, because in Nightmare, I mean, it's, or in Halloween, like, it's not like Michael knew who Laurie was.
Depending on the
picked a house
storyline.
True, depending on if you go with the original timeline, it's his sister, but if you go with what now they're doing and they're not related, then it's just him going after a woman. I don't need them to be connected in any way other than from the first movie. And like I still liked the movie. I like Ethan Hawke as the villain.
I think Ethan Hawke's a great villain.
Yes.
He's
And
not in here though. Like he's not in the movie.
Yeah.
Like
that's what I feel like, because I feel like the Finn story of him grasping with the PTSD and then the grabber, more of him being in the movie, would have been a better story. Maybe Finn's trying to fight off the memory of the grabber, but the grabber keeps coming back into his dreams and haunting him and torturing him that way. Could have been a good story, but I mean, it is what it is. It's what we got, so I'm hoping they can grow and learn from this movie.
I fully agree with you there. I feel like the pacing in the movie was not the greatest. There are some downfalls to this movie. The pacing is kind of slow. There's kind of some open ends of like, nothing's really happening here. Why is this in the movie? I feel like if half the movie would have been following the sister storyline and the other half would have been Finn struggling with his memories of the grabber more than what we actually do see in the movie, I feel like that would have been a great movie. I feel like what this movie was missing is more of Finn being haunted, which would make a great trilogy sequel instead of this whole like going to hell storyline that they're pitching.
Yeah. I mean, I don't disagree generally with what you said. Like don't get me wrong. Like the bones of the movie are there. It's well shot. It looks good. And you can tell that Scott Derrickson as a director put his stamp on it. I mean, like every time the girl, what's her name? Gwen. Every time Gwen goes to the dream world, it switches over to that Super 8 style picture that we got in Sinister, which is also a Derrickson production. I just wish that like okay, that's cool the first time it happens, but then like the movie doesn't, do more to entice an audience through, once again, a 2-hour runtime. Like if this movie was 96 to 100 minutes, maybe we're having a different conversation here. But the movie is more grandiose than I think it is, especially in terms of the script. I don't think the script offers much good stuff here. But I mean, Derrickson, like it took him 4 years to write this movie. Like, he came back to direct. He wrote it with the same guy, C. Robert Cargill. So like they wanted to tell this story. So I guess I'm glad that they were able to. But I'm like, once again, I go back to, did this story need to be told? And you would disagree with me. I would say no. Like I would have been just fine if Black Phone just kind of came and went and we never thought about it again.
Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree fully. Like Black Phone 1 is a good movie. It's set like it didn't need a sequel. I enjoy the sequel. I enjoy where they're going with the story, but it's the same with Friday the 13th. Did Friday the 13th really need a sequel, or could we have just left it with that? Did Nightmare on Elm Street need a sequel, or could we have just left it with that? Any movie is fine with that first movie. I appreciate the franchise aspect, though. It's fun to me. I'm a sucker for franchises.
Yeah. I mean, we may enjoy the franchises because we're horror nuts, but don't get me wrong. It's not like any of those Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, except for maybe a select few, are critically acclaimed or even good movies, right? I mean, you'll defend Jason Takes Manhattan till the cows come home, and that's fine. But like,
signed by Kane Hodder, by the way,
that is widely accepted to be not a good movie, right?
No.
Yes. Like, and you know what? It's fine. People are gonna like this movie. I'm in the minority. Critics like this movie. Audiences like this movie. I just didn't vibe with it. Like, especially in a year where we've gotten so much better horror. Like this is just like, yeah, like
Well,
okay.
I do want to say that going back to what you said before, I actually don't really think that the whole like sinister Super 8 camera and like dollar store Halloween soundtrack in the background, I don't think it does very well for this movie like it did Sinister. That truly made Sinister scary. Like that did great.
Sinister.
What?
It made Sinister.
It did. It was spooky. Sinister scared the crap out of me the first time I watched it.
Oh,
I watched it recently.
One of the scariest films ever made.
Not anymore. No, I watched it recently and I was like, but it doesn't work well in this movie. You know what I mean?
I feel like if it was used right, like maybe the reason why we're getting this 8mm filter is because she's going back to the time of her mom and dealing with the boy. Like maybe that would have made more sense if it had a reason other than just saying we're in the dream now. This is the filter we're using.
Yeah.
But there was no reason for it other than just because they wanted to use it for the dreams.
You know, it's like telling the same joke over and over again to a room. The first couple times it may hit, but you know, the more you do it, it's just like, all right, man, like what's your counterpunch?
Yeah.
Like, give me something else. And yeah, I mean, it's a very hollow movie for me. And I just, unfortunately, I just think the Grabber doesn't have that level of charisma that, you know, a Freddy Krueger or like a Ghostface have. But I mean, they're gonna try. I looked at the box office numbers, like it's on pace to do about the same as what Black Phone did. It's not like there's a massive demand for this movie. I mean, maybe it gets a little bit of a boost because there's not a whole lot else out right now, but especially for October, I'm like, it's kind of astonishing how little like Halloween or like horror movies we're getting in the month of October.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. I mean, it's if it comes down to like what we did when we recommended it last time, like this is an easy like matinee dollar theater to it came out on Peacock in a couple weeks and I have a subscription, maybe I'll check it out kind of thing. At least for me. Like, is this worth a $14 movie ticket to you, Ryan? Well, yeah, and Justin, but
I don't
Ryan's
pay
more
$14. I watch movies on Tuesdays when tickets are $6. Was it worth a $6 ticket? Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, maybe, but yeah. I mean, but like, you know, you assume you go to a movie theater on like a Friday night with your friends and you want to see a horror movie. Like I don't think this is going to deliver the goods.
I think that if you're a fan of Black Phone 1 and you're going to the theater anyways, and you're like, man, I really like Black Phone 1, I wish they would continue the story with the same characters, and you want to see the movie, and you're going there anyways with your friends, why not? It's a good movie. Beats anything else, and hopefully, I mean, Shelby Oaks comes out next week, or this week, so maybe that'll be really good, so we'll see.
I also didn't realize that that's being directed by the YouTube guy, Chris Stuckman.
Yeah, it's a Kickstarter movie.
Yeah. I was unaware. So yeah, I'm a bit more excited for that movie now.
I think a good idea, or at least an idea that I thought would be interesting to keep Black Phone in the same realm as you were saying in realism, is maybe instead of having the final girl change out, maybe a different way they could have went about it is changing the killer in every movie. Like if you're gonna make a franchise of it, maybe someone, you know, follows the killer and is so into what the Grabber was doing and just admires him to the point where he starts doing it and he starts going after Finn and trying to finish what the Grabber started and trying to take out Finn instead. So maybe instead of every movie it's the same killer over and over, it's a different killer every single time trying to kill this one kid. And even maybe like the third one, someone finally is able to kill him and now we can reset it and start a new trilogy of people. But like, if you wanted
before
to keep
we go to
space,
realism,
you know, before we go into space, because everyone has.
We're gonna have to take Manhattan first, though, right? Because you're describing Friday the 13th Part 5.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, so you're arguing for a new beginning, Justin?
Yeah, I was like,
I mean, if it's done right, at least keep it in the realism like you wanted.
Friday 5 is my least favorite Friday, by the way. Like, I don't think it would work. I never like movies that are like, this is a copycat killer and they like the killer so much that they're gonna do the same thing. I would be more fine with them expanding to a new kid and a new city with similar
And just
powers,
make a
with
new
a whole new
movie.
thing. Yeah, that's
Like,
what I'm saying. Like a whole new movie
yeah,
in the set in the same universe. You know what I mean? Don't call it
yeah.
Black Phone. Call it the payphone. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what it is. Is I actually that's why I didn't like Black Phone 1 the first time I watched it compared to the second time I watched it. I'll be honest, I fully didn't even grasp the idea that Finn also had powers. I thought it was just his sister. Like I wasn't grasping that in my head apparently. Yeah, I know. Dude, I was only half watching it apparently the first time.
How do you think the kids were talking to him, dude?
I
Like,
don't know. I thought they were call and collect, man.
Was it just a magical phone?
yeah, okay.
Dude. I was like, oh, the phone
No.
doesn't work.
He said that at like the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah, I know, but he's
Or-
a serial
or,
killer,
like, when he
dude. Are you
kidnapped-
really gonna trust a serial killer?
Yeah.
Yeah, because why would he lie to you?
Exactly.
It's just gonna kill you anyway.
He also, what I thought was really interesting that I didn't notice the first time I watched it, but his mask changes for his personality in the first movie a lot.
Dude, come on.
It does in this one too.
No, it doesn't actually. It stays as a
does.
Yeah, it
smiling
does.
face.
Yes, it does.
does
No,
change.
it doesn't. It does
You
change.
did see he had a sad face and then a blank face.
Oh.
Yeah, after he got hit one time in that climax, it switches over.
Well, how did he
I think-
change that mask so quick?
Because
He's
he's no longer based in reality. It can
Oh,
just change on a
he
whim.
was a ghost.
Yeah, they sixth
Yeah.
sensed him.
He's a spirit.
Nah. All right, but I do want to know, like, I'm assuming I'm the only one that's gonna say see it, right?
Yeah, I mean-
I'll say see it.
You know what? I'll
See
say
it on a
no,
cheap
but I mean,
day.
it's one of those things where like, if you can see it for free on like a streaming service you already buy, and you saw the first one, maybe, but like, I don't think it's good. I don't think it's a good movie. I don't recommend it. So I'm gonna
If you
say
don't
no.
like Black Phone 1, don't watch Part 2. You shouldn't even be thinking about it. If you like Black Phone 1, watch Part 2. It's okay, you might like it.
The odds of this podcast will say, 50-50.
Even though there's 3 of us.
I'm in between.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll always say go and see the movie in theaters because I want theaters to do great and get good
sure.
numbers. But other than that, I mean, I could say, yeah, don't see it. Yeah, do see it. Just depends on who you are.
Theaters do great when good movies are in theaters, and if
Yeah.
like, I mean, look at how big of a hit Sinners was. Look, like Barbenheimer wouldn't have been a thing if Barbie and Oppenheimer weren't good movies. Like,
I mean, The Materialist did well.
I,
Catch it in the super screen too with the Dolby Digital so that you can really hear the Halloween sounds with the Ethan Hawke, no! Like, trust me, please. All right.
have you guys? Oh, sorry.
No, have we what?
It's not super important, but have you guys ever taken a deeper look into Scott Derrickson's filmography?
No.
No.
So obviously he made Sinister. He made Black Phone. He
Doctor
made The
Strange.
Gorge, which came out this year that I really dug. Yeah, Doctor Strange. He got Doctor Strange, but his early career, he directed the first straight-to-video Hellraiser movie, Hellraiser Inferno.
Oh boy.
Exorcism of Emily Rose,
I knew
the
that,
remake of The Day the Earth Stood Still,
Oh.
and did Ryan or Justin, did you guys ever see Deliver Us from Evil with Eric Bana?
Yes.
That's a cool, like, grimy little, like, possession movie that I think more people should have saw at the time. That's a good movie. And and once again, I completely forgot he did that one. So, I mean, like, Derrickson's got some chops, and, like, it's to this point where, like, yeah, he's made stuff that I don't like, but, like, I'll give him a chance. Like I will give any good director who's proven his chops a chance.
Yeah.
And generally that doesn't really let me down.
No, I would put him up there with like almost like James Wan. he knows what he's doing in his genre. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. I think Wan's got maybe a better filmography, but I mean,
Yeah, no, don't
I
get me
think
wrong,
Sinister's better than a lot of what Wan ever did. I mean, Wan single-handedly started 3 horror franchises.
Yeah.
And he continued another one, Fast and Furious, too.
Yeah, well, and he didn't just like make a horror franchise. He created a horror multiverse.
Yeah.
Like
You've got
I don't think Wan reached enough.
You've got Insidious. He even did. I haven't seen it yet, but Malignant.
Dude, you haven't seen Malignant?
No, I was gonna boot it up today, but
dude, you got to watch Malignant, and we need to talk about the ending of that movie. Man.
I'll have it watched by next summer. Record.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Malignant's great. Even like his movies that were kind of hated, like Dead Silence, I think has good aspects. You know?
I didn't know that was James Wan.
Pretty.
Yeah.
No.
That was his follow up to Saw.
I didn't know.
Did Lee Winnell help him on that one too, or was it just Wan?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Was it Lee Winnell who was with him on that one too, or was it just James on that one?
On Dead Silence or on Saw?
Yeah.
No, I think it was because James Wan directed and him and Lee Winnell both wrote those movies.
Okay. I didn't know if he also did Dead Silence with him or if it was just
I'm
James
pretty
Wan.
sure. I could be wrong, but here I can double check. But I'm pretty sure Lee Winnell helped write that movie.
Which Saw
That's
did
what
James
I thought,
Wan
but I
do?
wasn't sure.
The first one. He started the franchise.
What?
Dude, are you serious right now?
Dude,
He directed like their first pitch and Lee Winnell started in, or was it? I think it might have been the other way.
It was a college short film, I think, for them.
Yeah.
I'll be 100% honest. I've never watched all of the Saw movies. I watched pretty dang far, but I've never seen.
They
all
are
the
a
Saw
drama
movies.
series, that is for sure. After a while,
like I will say, if you can put the time investment into those movies, it's a pretty decent cop procedural drama around what's going on.
Yeah,
mixed in with some soap opera.
I got to whatever movie it was where it's it's actually this dude that was a cop, but not really, because it's that guy who was friends with the cop who had a brother of the cop that was once friends that met the guy once, and then he was friends with Amy.
I mean, talk about a series that kind of just dragged itself across the finish line after it kills its main villain.
Well, now they're bringing it
Boy,
back
did they
again.
regret that.
Yeah.
Well, I think the last one I watched was it Spiral with Chris Rock?
That movie sucks.
Yeah, it sucked.
That
I was like, I don't even want to go back and watch it. It was pretty rough.
I think Saw X might have been a whole lot better than that one.
Saw X was good, actually. Saw X was really solid.
What was the 3D one, actually?
Saw 3D. That was that was supposed to be the end of the series. That was the seventh film.
That was the last one I watched, I think.
Yep. With Chester Bennington. Chester Bennington was in that movie.
The one that opens with
the Nazis or the
that opened with the store, right? The
storefront scene.
Mall? Yep. Yeah. That was the last one I watched, and I watched it.
So you watched the whole franchise, pretty much. You watched the first 7 movies of the original series, and then they tried rebooting it with Jigsaw and Spiral, and then they brought back for Saw.
I'm trying to think of a comeback and a way out of this conversation, and the Saw theme's just playing in my head.
I will say that first one did give me nightmares when I first saw it. It's
a great movie.
Waking up and it's just oh shit, he was there this whole time.
I will say though, even though Wan started that franchise, it was Darren Lynn Bousman who made the second and third and maybe fourth ones, who I think made Saw what it is.
Yeah.
Made it far more focused on the gore and the traps. So anyway, that's our conversation about Saw in this Black Phone episode.
Nice little tangent.
Yeah.
Thanks, James Wan.
I mean, we didn't even touch on Insidious, which is also coming back.
Scariest movie I ever saw in theaters.
It's not really a scary movie, except I don't know why. Don't get me wrong. The first time I watched Insidious, the red demon thing, it was spooky. It was scary, but people write that up as being the scariest moment of their lives. It's a half a second of a demon jumping up and going, ah! And that's
I mean It's not just that. I mean, like, James Wan is like a master of tension with like not using music. I think he is such a visually creative director with horror movies, and that's where I wish he would have directed more of the Conjuring franchise, because I think it would have been a lot more interesting. Because I often think about, I think the scene that summarizes what James Wan's impact on the series was in Conjuring 2. I think one of the daughters was walking down the hallway, and just off to the left in the other room, you could see the creepy guy sitting in the chair. No music cue, no nothing. That's like a Wan signature.
Yeah.
And there's just so much of that missing in those other movies. And obviously, you know, the stuff where like, I mean, the Conjuring movies work because like they're character studies, right? On top of being a horror movie, but like Wan has just such a mastery of camera tricks and how to actually make your skin crawl as a horror movie.
No,
watcher.
I will stand by. If you ask anybody what the scariest part of The Conjuring was, literally every single person that I've ever asked will say, and that, like, that alone, that one scene with the clap in the darkness, that scared people. And that's like you said, James Wan's specialty of, like, he can take something almost kind of like Junji Ito, where, like, you take things that are not scary to make them scary.
Yeah, well, and I think one of the biggest mistakes they made when they were advertising that first Conjuring movie was putting that in the trailers, because I think it would have been a lot more effective. But like, even, you know, the payoff is whatever. It's a pair of hands behind her and like, whoo, scary. But like, once again, like, that only works because Wan takes the time to build up the tension with that scene, and then you get the good payoff.
Right.
Like, you know, so many horror directors just want to give you the jump scare, right? But like, they don't want to work to earn it. They just want to have a cat jump out at them and be like, ah!
Yeah.
You know?
But we've hit our limit on talking about movies today. Is there one more thing you want to add?
Well, I just want to say, on the next episode, I have been showing Lizzie the entirety of the Halloween franchise.
Ooh.
And we've watched every one up until we watched Halloween Kills last night. We're going to watch Halloween Ends once I get off tonight. But yeah, I will let you know how that's been going on the next episode. So tune in.
While you bring that up real quick.
Yeah.
One last thing. Did we have a conversation of recently they put out how that series was actually supposed to end, that final movie?
Hopefully Corey wasn't supposed to exist.
No, actually, what the original idea supposedly, and I don't know how true this is because it's from an article, but they put out that Halloween Ends was supposed to end on one final scene, and it was of the Shamrock Factory printing Michael Myers masks.
that
would have been such a cool ending for it, and it would have like left it open to bring stuff back.
Yeah, I'll wait, but yeah, Lizzie's been picking up, like, when they showed the masks in the Halloween 2018, her face lit up. She's like, hey, the mask. Like, it's been such a rewarding experience showing her that.
Yeah.
So.
But all right, well, I've got a special game planned for us next week, so
ooh,
we get to do it now, but everybody else will have to wait till next week to say it. But I'm really excited to get this in. I had a lot of fun playing the last game that we played, and now I do want to say that Tyler did not win. We tied. Thank you, Justin, for recounting. I missed points in the beginning, so we are at a tie.
I think we need a tiebreaker then.
I don't know if this should be the tiebreaker, because like I said, I feel like you might win this.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see. We'll see. If I win, then it's the tiebreaker and I win. But if I lose, then we'll do something else.
All right, man.
And if Justin wins, then we have to do a 3-way tiebreaker.
I thought you were saying if Justin wins, we got to do a 3-way.
It's okay if it's in a 3-way.
I'm not even wearing my wedding ring right now.
Blasphemy.
Telling Courtney.
Yeah, I'm gonna text her right now.
Gotta go!
Got a blast.
That's where I'm gonna end it.
Okay.